What's good, people? What's good? Welcome to your Thursday morning, August 20th. Let's go live with me, Pastor Mike. I'm here to kind of kick your butt and get you going, get you moving, get you having the best possible day you possibly can have in 10 to 12, 15 to 18 to 7 minutes, depending on what I got to talk about. Hey, I hope you recognize that today is a really good day. It is possibly the best day that you're going to have today. I don't think you get a do-over for today. You just get today, so you might want to use today because today is the day. Have I said it enough? It's the day. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Let's Go Live. I am Pastor Mike. My job is Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. to offer you an encouragement and get you going for the best possible day you possibly can. And I want to throw a movie quote at you. It's from one of my favorite movies growing up. Character, you tell me what movie it's from. The character's wearing a bathrobe. He's trying to skip school. And he says, life comes at you pretty fast. Life comes at you pretty fast. And if you know what movie that's from, just add that into the comments. Appreciate that. This morning I got up and life is coming at me really, really fast. I got up. I'm in a great mood. I'm excited to be here with y'all, enjoying what God's going to bring today. And then I get up and my computer won't start for whatever reason. I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't had time to troubleshoot it. But I'm without my notes. I don't got my notes on my screen right next to the camera. So I'm like, oh, how do I do this without the notes? And so this is me, naked without my notes. So this idea, life comes at you pretty fast. It's from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and it's while Ferris is doing his opening monologue, breaking the fourth wall, and talking to the camera, which is something you rarely do in a movie, because movies are self-contained worlds. And when the actor looks straight into the camera and talks to the audience, he is breaking that fourth wall. And so movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Deadpool, they break the fourth wall all the time. It's intentional because they're trying to communicate something about the character, right? And Ferris is he's on his 9th sick day of the year. And he says, I got to make this a good one because for the next one, if I try to pull another sick day of school, I'm going to have to cough up a lung or something. So he's going to live this day, to the best of his ability. And that means he's got to get his friend Cameron to join in. He's got to get his girlfriend out of school. He's got to live the best possible day. And he does. I mean, they find themselves in the parade. They go visit the museum. They stop their friend from committing suicide. I mean, there's all these things that goes on. And it kind of lives into that story of life moves pretty fast. And if you're not careful, you might miss it. And that's the kind of thing that I think about this morning is that I think that sometimes we miss it. Sometimes we're missing it. Sometimes we're sitting hunkered down in our COVID world, our fear of saying anything political world, our world filled with racial tensions, and we're just hiding, right? We're just hunkering down. We're gonna have a sick day, but we're gonna have a sick day where we stay at home. I want you to have the best sick day possible, right? I want you to have the most amazing sick day possible and live your best life possible. And that encourages, that should move you and me to, figure out how we do this better. Every day, better. And so I ask you, are you just waiting? If you're just waiting, what are you waiting on? Because every day that you're sitting at home, every day that you're hanging out on the couch, every day that you're just watching another Netflix show is a day you don't get back. And I think that we've all got a call to be out there, to be doing more than just watching Netflix and certainly watching the news, because the news is toxic right now. I mean, I don't mean that in the political sense. I just mean that the news is difficult and it's not uplifting. And it drains people as opposed to lifts people up. I think that I want the world to know that I was here today. Because I don't know if I have tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised. All I know is I have today. And I want the world to know that I was here today and that I had a positive impact on the world, that I changed the world in a positive, good way, that my presence, that your presence, that our living and our breathing made an impact on the world today. on the people that you meet, on the on when you're traveling along the road. I want you to have an impact this morning on, well, on your world. And so right now I'm looking down at my comments and I see that I've got Greg Williford here with me, but I don't know where the rest of my Let's Go Live crew is, because maybe I'm broadcasting. There they are. Ooh, getting a little worried. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Anna. And good morning, Greg. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. This is a morning filled with technical difficulties, but that does not squash our call. That does not squash the ability to let's go out there and live this best life. I mean, so as I start out our Let's Go Live today, I say, what's good, right? What's good? Because that's the place that we're going to put our feet on. You get out of bed, you're going to stand on what's good. And I want you to skate through today standing on what's good. I almost have this picture of these 2 blocks of ice that you step on, and you're ice skating with these 2 blocks of ice through a very hot world, and you're just skating through life because you're standing on the things that are good. What I know is that there's a lot of people right now that are just looking. They're desperate for something good. You can be that good thing. Yeah, you can be that good thing. I posted on my Facebook timeline probably right before this, because I was really excited, really energetic this morning about kind of what my new my social media motives are. Why am I on social media? What am I doing on social media in a really divisive time, right? A really divisive time. And I've made a pledge to be positive, to constantly be positive, to not to be tearing people down, not to be tearing other people's ideas down, or shredding people or posting spicy memes and stuff like that, but to build people up, to inspire people, to care for people, to recognize we're all in this broken world together, and throwing rocks at the broken world doesn't help it get better. It's time to start building. It's time to start building something together that's better than what we built. And I kid you not, it feels like social media, I don't want to tear people down, but it feels like on social media we're all blaming other people for farting. I'm sorry for using that illustration, but we all pass gas. We're all stinky. We're all broken. Let's own that. And let's start standing on the things that are good. Let's start standing on the things that are really good. So what's good, people? Because remember, life comes at you pretty fast. And if you're not careful, you might miss it. So today is your day to get out there, to live that best life you possibly can, to make a few phone calls to friends and family and acquaintances and workplace people that you haven't seen because you've been working from home. Just call them. Just make a phone call, call them, send them a text message, and call them and just chat with them. Do something positive. Make a mark today on someone's life so they will know that you are here, and that they will be thankful that you were here. That you didn't bring them guilt, you didn't bring them anything that tore them down, but you literally built up other people. I know that right now, because of all the things we've already mentioned, that it's really easy to go negative. It is almost my default nature to find the negative. I'm a natural critique. I want to find the things that are broken so I can find a way to fix them. But instead of saying, hey, that's broken, that's really messed up, man, that must be really, really awful living with it broken, I go, hey, how can I fix that, right? Have you noticed that? Can I help you with that? And the response is 1,000 times different than just pointing out the broken. You have to point out the things that can be fixed and how they can be fixed. And you've got to be positive about it. Because if a doctor comes to me and tells me I've got a huge, huge problem, blah, 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 blah. Let's say a doctor tells me I have cancer. I haven't heard that. But a doctor tells me I have cancer. I can choose right at that moment to say I'm defeated and I'm lost, right? But if a doctor approaches me to say, hey, we've got a cure to something that you have, whoa, that totally flips the script. I'm leading with the positive. There's a treatment for what I have, right? And friends, there's a treatment for what you have today. There's a treatment for what the world has today. And it starts with what's good. What's good, people? So today, as you get out there, remember, we only got a few good sick days left, team. You might want to live them well. You might want to have the best days you possibly can. You might want to live the most adventurous life you possibly can, because you don't get today back. And make a mark on the world in a positive way. Leave an amazing, indelible fingerprint of your presence that just reeks of joy, that reeks of positivity, of happiness. and quit drinking from that bitter well. Quit drinking from the bitter well, because it will shape you and turn you into a bitter person. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I've been there. So come with me. Come with me, and let's live this best life we possibly can. Because it's time, team. It's time to let's go. It is time to let's go. So let me say good morning to everybody that's online. I don't know who we got this morning. So we got Greg Williford, who's a friend of mine, all the way from Austin, Texas. He was our Chuck Norris. Greg, we are so thankful for the number of jokes we cracked at your expense. In our student ministry there. Linda LaFetra, she is a never-ending source of joy. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to stop, because if I keep going that, I'm going to have to say something positive about everybody. You're all lovely, amazing, incredible, talented, gifted people in my life. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Gail. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Dorothy. It's always good to have Dorothy here. If I made you smile today, if I made you think today, give me a heart and hit that share. Give me a heart and hit that share. I'm here every Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. I'm here for you. I'm here for you to help you have the best day possible. Remember, we got to get out there. We got to get out there to live the best life we possibly can. We only have today. So remember, God's love for you is true. You were created to pursue an authentic relationship with your Creator. Don't forget that. An authentic relationship, a real relationship, not a Sunday school relationship, not the relationship that you had 20 years ago. The relationship you have today, an authentic relationship. You're meant to be in a relationship with God. Pray, read, study, meditate, engage, walk deep, think deep thoughts. Have a real relationship with God. Don't let it rest on your pastors. We're not perfect. We blow it all the time. 2, you belong to Jesus. You belong to Jesus. He's paid for you. You've been bought, paid for in full. The cross means all of your history has been wiped away. You can be sanctified. You can be made ready to be in heaven. And because you belong to Jesus, you define yourself by what he says and not by what the world says, not by what anybody else says. And lastly, you exist every day. This is the one we're teeing off on today. You exist every day to demonstrate God's love. You're called to live out God's love, to show God's love, to be that guy at Costco that has the knives and says, "Hey, come on over here, son. Let me show you how this dices and slices an onion." You're the demonstration of God's love to this broken world. So let's get out there and love. Let's get out there and care for people. Let's get out there and smile a whole lot more. Can you do this with me, team? Don't make me be out there all by myself wearing a robe saying life comes at you pretty fast. I don't even have hair. I can't even do a mohawk. I can't do the mohawk. If I could have done this one from the shower, I would have, but I still have some body shame that I have to deal with. So I'll get over that as I continue to lose weight. So anyway, maybe we'll see this again in 6 months, and I'll do it from the shower with fake hair. Or maybe hair plugs. God knows. No, I don't think I'll ever do that. This is what happens when you talk to a camera for 975 days. You begin to lose it. It's my slow descent into insanity. It's time, guys. It is time. You ready? Are you ready? Hit the hearts, hit the share, and let's go, let's go, let's go.